Banger Media. So it looks like YouTube is playing with my notifications. Okay. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Okay. Shout out to Liddy City, all my members in the building. Y'all know this was originally scheduled to be a members only live. But, well, members first live. But of course, YouTube likes to play. So for all my regular ladies who haven't had the chance to join the membership, if you want to be first to catch these lives, then you must join. Until then, you'll have to wait for me to release the footage to the public. I do appreciate all of my ladies, and soon you will catch the vibe, okay? Thumbs up the live, hit the subscribe button, but this is a members first live, okay? Join the membership. It's lit. All right. Members, we in here. Hey, Boricua. What's up, Liddy City? We got Jen to the tail. Noondy in this piece. Rosalind. Goopy Doo. Hey, y'all. What's happening? So, of course, I'm aware that, the haters are scrambling. Boy, they done made up everything in the world that they could make up. Bless their hearts. Bless their hearts. What's up, Toya? Hey, Miss Curlin. Long time no see. What's up, VT? Got woke shells in the building. So all the members in the live, if you're not an op and you weren't put on an assignment to spy, because they don't need to spy, bitch. I'm going to release it anyway, okay? But this one is for my members first, okay? So it looks like ever since I revealed, because I did reveal, this is what I don't understand. I did reveal that I had talked to Big A on the phone, okay? Hey, Juicy Jackie, shout out to Juicy Jackie for supporting the channel, okay? Much love to you. It looks like Juicy Jackie just made it rain, okay? Shout out to you, girl. Thank you for supporting Banger Media, sis. Hammer down, okay? Much love. So, as I said, it's been the biggest talk of everything. People are making up stuff. What's up, Cynthia? What's up, Trouble Liddy and all that? What's up, Goopy Doo? So it seems like this is the talk of the town. So before I get into it, everybody else and their mammy can talk to AdreinneSlays except for Loca. Now, the last time I checked, the very same ones that are accusing me of dragging AdreinneSlays once tried to drag her themselves. Isn't that ironic? But it's okay for them to make amends with Adrienne. It's okay for them to have consistent, repetitive conversation with Adrienne behind the scenes, but not Loca, right? Anybody but Loca, right? Shout out to Andy for the one time. Well, that's just too bad. Now, we're going to get into everything. What's up, K-Love? We're going to get into everything that Big A and I talked about here shortly. Okay? Now, a couple of heads up here. Okay? I did not record AdreinneSlays. I am not that type of person. I just simply do not move like that. Okay? Even though Adrienne gave me permission to record her. Now, let's talk about how this conversation came about, right? When Adrienne's first channel became compromised, I reached out to Adrienne through email for the first time, okay? Adrienne did not respond. Simple as that. I wanted to exclusively ask Adrienne a few questions when her big channel got compromised. Up until the time that her big channel got compromised, I was not concerned with interviewing nor directly speaking to AdreinneSlays. Now, I am not into explaining myself to these witches, warlocks, goblins, and cave devils, tree witches. I usually don't do that. But this is for my ladies. Shout out to Tammy. We got Toya in the building. What's up to you, Michelle? So, yes, I reached out to Adrienne. No response. Adrienne did not respond. And so, my goal is to be totally honest. Hey, Kay, totally honest. I have nothing to hide. Okay. Adrienne and myself had one exclusive 15 to 20-minute conversation. I am totally honest. I have nothing to hide, nor do I fear these envious heifers. Okay. Hey, Ann Love. Shout out to all my members. Hammer down for my members. And y'all know they hate that. Okay. Glad to have y'all here. Let's talk about this conversation and how it came about. Okay. So Adrienne continued to ignore me. I reached out to Adrienne 2 times, right? I reached out to her the first time when her big channel got compromised, only to get no response. Then later on, Adrienne began to pop up in our comments, pop up in our chat, and mention us on her videos. So I reached out to her again on the new email address that she posted on her channel a few weeks ago. How many of you all remember that? It's very simple. So 2 times. One time I reached out on her old email. Hey, Mama Debbie. The second time I reached out on her new email, only to get no response both times. Please keep in mind, and my ladies can be a witness. If you remember, okay, put the green flame in the chat. Hey, KD, baby. So every time I reached out to Adrienne, how many of my super litty members remember me coming out and being openly honest with my ladies and saying, hey, y'all, I reached out to Adrienne. She didn't answer, okay, but I did reach out. Yeah. See, I'm that chick. I'm not the sneaky behind the scenes. He say them, she say them, give a dog a bone them, befriend the enemy type of chick. No, anything I do is for my channel. I'm not interested in being Adrienne's best friend, but I do see Adrienne in a new context in this day. And I'm going to make that clear. Hey, Winter. So as I said, when Adrienne popped up on our platform, I had no prior conversation with Adrienne, okay? I had also made it clear to my subscribers that I felt as if Adrienne did not trust me because of past commentary, and I also did not trust Adrienne. Adrienne watches faithfully, so there is no doubt in my mind that she heard me mention that as well. As a matter of fact, I believe she agreed. Now, when Adrienne popped up in our comments when we were doing the live a week ago or a week or 2 ago, that was the first time I ever talked to Adrienne publicly. The first time Adrienne and I had ever had any one-on-one conversation. After that conversation, maybe about 20 to 30 minutes after that conversation, Adrienne called the Lidis hotline back. Okay? I did not reach out to Adrienne anymore. When she called the Lidis hotline, I was satisfied with what she had to say. Apparently, that was all she had to share. Hey, Miss Angela. Okay. So there's a whole lot of mythical, whole lot of lies going on. And, it's just simply absurd. I mean, keep it real with yourself first. Now, what went on during that conversation with AdreinneSlays and I? So when Adrienne called, I was shocked. Okay. I didn't feel like Adrienne had any intention on ever talking to me behind the scenes because she's pretty much addressed just about everything on her channel. Okay. She also addressed some questions that I had asked her when she publicly called the Lidis hotline. Okay. Now, how people can twist that into me paying her, I'm not sure. These people are so sick and stupid, okay? First of all, Adrienne has not asked me or accepted any money from me. And I won't say that again, okay? When I offered Adrienne publicly, this is publicly, when I offered Adrienne, I said, do you need anything? Adrienne replied, no. Loca, I'm good, she says. Okay. She said, in spite of what everybody has to say to me, I'm actually good. Adrienne says in due time, she will come out and show people just how good she really is. She said until then, she anticipates and suspects that people will continue to talk about her as they always have. The first thing Adrienne says is, Loca, girl, you make me laugh till my stomach hurts. You are crazy. I laughed with her and I agreed. I mean, game recognized game, right? She crazy, I'm crazy. Why not acknowledge the two? Just maybe crazy in two different ways. All crazy means is different. She then went on to say, you know, Loca, I called you because no matter what you said or done, it seems that you've always kept it real. Can I help that? So I began to listen to Adrienne, even through the times where I roasted Adrienne. There was always a little laugh involved. But if you know my commentary, there will always be a whole lot of truth involved. Now, did Adrienne agree with everything I've ever said about her? I don't think so. But for some reason, she recognized that I wasn't totally against her or hated her so much to the point where I wanted to destroy her. That is the difference. Okay? No matter what these people say. Now, when I offered Adrienne money, it was out of the purity essence of my heart. Just like if Rochelle mentioned that something had happened to her place of employment, or if Kay mentioned that some type of hardship was going on in her life with her vehicle or her place of living, I'm going to offer, if God blessed me enough to be able to do that. I would do it for anybody if I could. So for them to try to say, oh, you said you paid her. No, that's what you wanted to hear. That's not what was said. I said I offered and she declined. Adrienne says that she is not a charity case. She's not looking for anything from anybody, not even her own sister. So I asked Adrienne, how do you feel about the family that has pretty much outcasted you? Believe it or not, Adrienne's story has not changed. She said, I love my sister and my brother, but I will no longer be reaching out to them for any type of relationship. She said, I'm big sis, right? I'm big sis. She said, it was always me who was that independent one. It was always me who had her feet on the ground, no matter if people agree with it or not. She said, I've never been codependent on anybody. Now, keep in mind, when this conversation was had, it was right around the time when Whoopi Wesley and Greasy Gertrude were going on their escapade and campaign smear campaign. Okay. So I then went on to ask Adrienne, how does she feel about the Floridians who were trying to slander her name, even though she hadn't said much about them? She said, you know what, Loca? Let them be. She said, I don't have no ill will. It shocked me, y'all. She said, I don't got no feelings about it. She said, people gonna do what they gonna do. She said, yes, I stayed there, but I still had my own thing going on. She said, I'm never gonna be totally codependent on anybody. And even though this was out of my league, yeah, I was there for a little while. She said, but I ain't got nothing to say about them. They saying it all for themselves. I wish them the best. Blew my mind. Because at that particular time, that was her perfect opportunity to say whatever it was she wanted to say. She knew I was going to tell it. But for some reason, she didn't do that. Okay. So what I want to do, because I did not record AdreinneSlays, and I kind of feel like she wanted me to, but y'all, I'm just not that type of person. Okay. So I want to get into Mucker Banger Media. Y'all give me 1 second. So I want to take a trip, y'all. I want to take a trip down memory lane. Now, it seems like, as I said, it seems like this conversation, which really wasn't anything that you haven't already heard. I don't have any jaw-dropping news for you. I don't have any mysterious coffee or tea to spread around. Okay. I do have a small bit of detail on some situations and circumstances. But as far as me giving you something that you haven't already heard, I don't have that. Okay. I do feel like Adrienne was very careful about what she shared. Okay. I also didn't need to ask questions that I already knew about. Right. So Adrienne says she loves her sisters and brothers no matter what. So what I want to do is I want to take a trip. Okay. Adrienne mentioned that she would talk. She said she would talk when the time was right. She said she didn't mind having a conversation with her entire family when the time was right, but she would not be reaching out to them. And she no longer really craved them or wanted to, reach out the way that she had. I guess she was tired of being, rejected. Now let's talk about when that happened. How many of y'all remember when Adrienne got, pretty much ghosted by Beloved Dub? Okay. How many of y'all remember that? It was around the time when Walt came and lived with Adrienne in Florida. Do you guys remember that? So basically, Adrienne pretty much got ghosted because of her fallout with Walt from Beloved. And I still don't think that her and Beloved have had, as a matter of fact, she told me that they have not had a conversation. She said that Beloved does reach out to her mother from time to time, but she has asked her mother to make sure that that conversation has nothing to do with her. She said she don't have nothing bad to say about Beloved. She said, I wish her the best as well. She said, but Beloved knows that I'm independent, not codependent on other people. She said that she had things going on in her life, like fancy clothes and all of the men and expensive trips way before Beloved was Beloved. She says everybody tries to say that she has always been the one to be jealous of Beloved. She said, but the truth is, Loca, that in the past, maybe not now, I don't know, but in the past, it was always the other way around. She said you can ask anybody in their family. Okay. Adrienne mentioned that when she gets upset with Beloved, she calls her a midget. I laughed. She said that she always wondered how Beloved could have all of this money and never go buy herself a hairline. That was about the only thing that she said. out because it really, it really didn't have anything to do. But she said, Loca, one thing about it, I got my edges, right? She said, I'm just trying to figure out how sis can have all of this money. She said, if I was to talk to her, I would ask her, why don't you go get a hairline transplant? Oh, boy. She said, instead of getting the big twist in your head and making the swoop with your dreads, she said, there's not enough hair in the world to cover up that hairline or lack thereof, you little midget, you. Him a damn. I didn't know what to say. I had no idea what to say. I didn't know what to say. That ain't none of my business. Okay? But that was the only negative thing or remotely negative thing that Adreinne said about Beloved Hub. Tripped me out. Because there was a time where we felt like Adreinne wanted to be interviewed very badly so she could get some saucy secrets out about Beloved. But I can promise you, during that 15, 20-minute phone call that we had, that was the biggest thing that she had said that I found shady. The hairline and the forehead. That was it. Adreinne also meant to mention that even though she loved her sister and brother, that she was not interested in ever speaking to Walt again. Even though I didn't dig too deep, it made me wonder, what has Walt done that's really any different from what Beloved is doing? They both have denied you. They both are ignoring you, okay? But I think it was Walt's delivery. It was almost like Adreinne was used to Beloved giving her the silent treatment. But it must hit a little different when you hear things from people that you have tried to build a relationship in spite of everything that went on. Adreinne admits that she's not perfect and that we are all in a work in progress. And believe it or not, I'm not trying to make it sound good. These were the actual words. Hey, Queenie. She said, Loca, I ain't perfect. She said, every day I'm trying to do better. We all messed up in some type of way. She said, I ain't going to sit here and point out how bad they messed up, but it seems like they don't have a problem with trying to point out my flaws. She said, no matter what they say, they my blood, and I'm always love them. But I demand to be respected as big sis, right? So what I want to do is take y'all back. I want to take y'all back to back in time to where some things happened, okay? Muckerbanger Media, shout out to my members, right? Thumbs up the live if you just enter the room, and feel free to support the channel. We in here on this good Saturday night, right? Y'all ain't think I was coming, did y'all? Him a damn. Girl, I gotta come to the membership if I don't do nothing, right? Muckerbanger Media, reviews, reactions, and the reality of it all.
Super high.
All right, y'all. So let's take a trip. Let's take a trip back down memory lane, since I don't have any recordings. And have y'all ever did something and you like, damn, maybe I should have did what she asked, but I didn't feel it in my spirit to record. She caught me off guard. I had no idea that she was going to call me. Okay. So all of this speculation, all of this hearsay, it's really stupid. Okay. So the first thing I want to address is this new word on the curb. Okay. Because one of the questions that I did ask Adreinne was, what happened to your channel? Y'all mean to tell me that y'all think that I'm going to have AdreinneSlays on the phone and not ask the question that's the big elephant in the room. I said, Adrienne, now that you on this phone, girl, I know you gonna tell me what happened to that channel. She said, Loca, I already told y'all. She said, it's between two people. She said, I can't use anything pertaining to Google. She said, all of a sudden, after things were said, like exposing Mr. Tesla and exposing Thriller Manila on B-Love Dub, all of a sudden, I lost all revenue to that channel, okay? So there's some speculation out here that people are saying that they think or they heard or was sent some information that Adreinne is being garnished or something like that. She did not mention that to me, okay? One thing I know about taxes, you cannot get away from them, and I don't care how much you try. So all of this tax talk is hearsay to me. Now, I want to take you all to a video that makes me believe that what Adreinne is saying is what she actually believes, okay? Now, this is all speculation. I can only go by what she says and a little bit of evidence that I have discovered, okay? But other than that, the garnishee thing really doesn't make any sense, okay? But anything could happen. So let's take a quick listen. One moment. I got to get me a little beverage, y'all. My mouth is dry, okay? Thumb me up. We in here. So she says it's between two people. She said it could have been, it's mainly between two people, but it could have been anybody who's high tech in a high place. Okay. Adreinne said that she had at one point, you know, her Google information had been compromised. Okay. No, that's not what I need, babe. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all. So let's take a listen.
Listen. And I had just said that Mr. Testa, I'm so glad I met Mr. Testa on the dating app and this, that, and the other, and saying so many good things about him, like I have been, y'all. So I really hate to have to tell y'all this. I do. But I got to tell y'all. Okay. Same way I tell y'all the good stuff and show y'all the good stuff, I got to tell y'all and show y'all the bad stuff. Ladies, I'm going to need all of y'all opinions, okay? When I get through telling this here story, I want to hear from y'all. I want to know what y'all think. And please keep in mind that Mr. Tesla, okay, his name is Paul, okay? I'm not going to tell you his last name, but I'm going to call him by his real first name, though, Paul, okay? This man, keep in mind that he's a prosecuting attorney. That's what his profession is. That's what he does for a living. Okay.
Uh-oh. Paul, aka Mr. Tesla, is a prosecuting attorney. Right? So what does that mean? That means that he got a little bit of pull. Okay. Don't forget, Mr. Tesla had been exposed by Adreinne on a couple of things, including wearing leopard panties for another man. Okay. Now, she didn't say that she knew for certain that he had done it. Okay. She said, but she knows that somebody in a high place did it. That's all I have for you. Her story has not changed. But I want you guys to quickly finish listening so that you can hear it as well.
I just want you guys to clearly understand that. All right. Yesterday in the live, for the people that was there in the live that listened to me talking and saying, because he actually came, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Asking me to come to dinner. Or invite, just invite me to dinner. He was gonna make a nice meal, some type of vodka sauce with, shrimp and pasta and stuff. Okay, and he did, and that's fine. Okay, and it was good too. It was good too, y'all. But even though I didn't take the rest of it with me, I told him to I didn't eat a lot of it. The salad, I love the salad. I have to say, I was tearing that salad up. But anyway, y'all, for the people that remember me mentioning, okay, that he had a place in Fort Lauderdale, because this time I was here. I was in Fort Lauderdale, even though I'm really say Pompano. It wasn't really Fort Lauderdale, not to me. It was Pompano. But and when I left there, because it was at night, but when I left there, when I maneuvered, I saw security out there, and I asked her how to get to a certain street. When she told me, and I got there, and I saw familiar things, I knew where I was. So he's really not that far from where I be at all the time, over there by that Walmart, that superstore. But anyway.
So I don't want to go through the whole video, okay? But keep in mind that her and Tesla fell out. All of y'all know that, okay? But at one particular time, she shared some things with him and talked to him. So she didn't get too much into detail. But I will let y'all know, okay? A prosecuting attorney will have some pull, okay? And don't forget that there are people that know somebody that can get some things done. And Tesla is not the only one. So I do believe this is why Adreinne did not want to point the finger, and still to this day has not directly pointed the finger, because she keeps saying it was somebody in a high place, like possibly B-Love or like possibly Tesla. Now, I know there's a whole lot of people that want to argue me down to the ground. You don't get to argue with me, okay? Because I don't know, just like y'all don't. And I think it's been going on for so long that it doesn't matter anymore. The whole point is she can't use it and will never have access to it again. So with that being said, Adreinne said that she has moved on from that. She said she can't keep dwelling on the past. She got to continue striving like she always has when things has happened to her. Now, as a person that's been through some things before, I get that. I mean, you can't keep crying over spilled milk. You can't keep dwelling in the past. And it seems like the people are more concerned about her channel than what she is. She's over it. And she made that clear when we talked about it. She said she's going to focus on her Patreon and try to be the best she can on that. Okay. Now, I then went on to ask Adreinne, did she feel like B-Love had changed? Adreinne said she's always been sneaky. She said, in my eyes, there's always been a falsified persona on this internet. She said, but when I was trying to tell everybody, people kept saying, oh, you just jealous. She said, now they see. She said, just because I was the one to come out and expose it didn't mean I was jealous. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if that was true or not, but she did say that B-Love at one point in time was jealous of her, just in a sneaky way. Okay. So next I want to go to this video called A Direct Message to My Haters. Okay.
I just have to say thank you to my haters. I did mention that I was going to make a whole video thanking my haters. So yeah, that's what this video here about. And I just want to tell people, just give people a little bitty message, just a little bitty message. But first off, is to stay prayerful. Stay prayed up, okay? And that's so important because God knows. You may not know who is against you or who's trying to do you in or whatever, but God knows. God sees all. So I just feel like if you stay prayerful, okay, and you have a relationship with God, and I just think you should let Him take care of it. Let Him take care of it because He will. He really will because you don't know. Like I said, you don't know, but He does. I don't know who's conspiring against me. Now, I want to say this because I watched video, and it's channels out here that still feel like I haven't come forth and let them know what's going on. With my AdreinneSlays variety channel, the big channel, I'll say, and that's crazy because when I first came out with my new channel, okay, the AdreinneSlays, the very first video, I told everybody what happened. So I'm kind of confused as to what people really mean, but I'll let everybody know what happened with the channel. I will, in this video, reiterate some things. I don't know how y'all missed that, though. First video, new channel after being gone that long. I don't know how y'all missed the details of the video, but I guess. I said that the reason why I had not been active uploading on AdreinneSlays Variety is because my channel was hacked. Okay? It was hacked. Some people did some high-tech stuff, to my channel to hack it. What I feel guilty about, y'all, honestly, is not changing my passwords enough, y'all. I cannot tell y'all how important that is. Y'all better make sure y'all changing them damn passwords. And make sure that they're not weak passwords. Make sure you picking us, not where just say strong, but let us say very strong, okay? Y'all.
So Adrienne is admitting that at one point in time, some information with her Google account got shared, maybe for assistance. Maybe she needed somebody to help them some insight on some things for her channel, and she never changed the password. She has said that over and over and over again. And I'm just taking y'all back to when she said it in the beginning.
I can't reiterate the importance of that. And this is, y'all know from experience of me having 27,000+ subscribers to now starting over. So y'all know I'm speaking from experience, but please change y'all passwords. And this goes out to the little channels, the big channels, and every channel in between. Change y'all passwords. If you got to do it every week, do it. If you got to do it every damn day, do it. I'm just saying, make them very strong. Because yes, people come for you, depending on who you are though. But me, my personality and how strong it is, and the people that know Classic A, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. But y'all been knowing that for years. The people in Florida only have been knowing that for a year, and a month or so. So I don't know, maybe they just thought the people here because it was a conspiracy. Let me be clear, okay, in this video, it was a conspiracy, okay? This is what I feel. I feel like it was a group of people, all right, who came together to sabotage my channel. And that's what they did do, okay? So all I'm saying is this. Keep changing your passwords out there, and people don't give up. If you're made for something, or, if something is made for you, that's just what it is. Nobody can take it away. I don't care what they do, how they conspire. I don't care how many people in the clique or whatever. It don't matter,
Now, Adrienne also said that she is being followed, okay? She said this again on the phone. She said, everybody's saying I'm crazy. She said, but I always watch my surroundings. She said, I'm seasoned enough to watch around me. She said, it's some type of a Nissan, the same kind of car, no matter what area in Florida she is. She said that they are following her, okay? I'm just repeating what I can remember that she said because I wasn't writing anything down. But with the grace of God, I think my memory is still accurate. And Adrienne insists that somebody was following her. Okay. We'll goop doop. If you ain't going, that's your business. Okay. I'm telling you what I know she said. And from what I have observed, her, well, I'm telling the crowd what I have observed and what she said. And the story has not changed. Okay. And so until people can come out with proof for otherwise, then it's her word, it's her channel. And I don't have the energy to argue or speculate any longer about it. What's done is done, no matter who's going or not. Okay. So next, I'd like to move on to what Adreinne addressed about being in contact with her family. Okay. Adreinne said, well, I've accepted things for what they are. Now, I must be totally honest. We've heard Adreinne say this before. Okay. And then when things happen, we've heard her get like triggered, so to speak. And, anybody would. We were some of the first ones to call her out on her stuff. We've never upheld her wrongdoing, but all of that is in the past. If any of us live our lives in the past and it's not actually affecting us, see what she does to be loved ain't none of my business. Yes, I'm going to commentate on it. Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. Okay. But that's it. I shouldn't have any hard feelings about it because then it's not normal. Period. And I don't care who like it. Okay. There's nothing that Adreinne will be able to say to justify some of the things that she has said and some of the ways that she has came out to do it. But whether people accept it or believe it or not, she admitted to it and stood in that. She said, yeah, I done did some messed up things, but nobody considered my feelings. Okay. Everybody has a different love language and everybody has a different hate language. Some people lash out, some people expose, some people lie, but we were just around to witness her in her frustration. What people should be focused on is that she's not doing it right now. You ever witness somebody that's always into some type of chaos or always in some type of trouble? But people keep constantly reminding them of what they were and how horrible they used to be. And so that person says, you know what? Buck it. I'm going to go on back to the what person I was. Y'all not giving me no credit for what I'm doing now anyway. I've seen that so many times. And I actually make it a personal practice in my life, even with my kids and my own family. Never throw up somebody's past in their face. You address it while they're doing it. And once it's done, it's done. None of us, even in these comments, will want to always constantly be attacked for what we did do. Now, will people make judgment on you for how you've acted in the past? Yeah. It's even people in this chat right now that no matter what I say or how I say it, they're just never really gonna like Adreinne. And I understand that. I'm not here to persuade you to like her. What I'm doing is exposing this infamous conversation that really wasn't anything that we haven't already heard. I was pleased to hear that Adreinne is moving on with her life and doesn't have any ill feelings towards her family. I'm also glad that she has mentioned that she is closing the door to that part of her life. She said, you can't make people like you. And I learned that. She said, you can't make people understand you. And I'm over that. For me, that was a breakthrough. Okay. But Adreinne mentioned that one person that she probably wouldn't talk to anymore would be Walt. Okay. So I want to take you back to that first initial conversation when Adreinne, after addressing Cindy, after telling Walt to leave Cindy, after, pretty much big upping videos that were negatively done about Cindy. I want to take you out to that initial video because I have to take y'all back because I didn't record anything because I didn't know that I would get a small exclusive. Okay. Happened on a whim, y'all. And I can't stress that enough. But I want to take y'all to the initial conversation where Adreinne actually did a video. This is how you can tell a liar or not. If the story don't change, 9 times out of 10, it's not a myth. Okay. A lot of people did not want to accept the truth because of whom it was coming from and how she's acted in the past. Right. But when Thriller Manila came out and threw it all in front of your face, did you believe her then? Or were you still not accepting of the truth, even though the truth was right in front of your face? So this video is titled, I'm done with it. Be a damn fool. It's your life, bro. Okay? Let's take a listen.
Thing I said about my brother, to my brother, I did mean, y'all, but I just have to say this, okay? I did my part. I did what was right in my eyes and God's eyes.
So I just want to remind y'all that Walt and Adrian look so much alike. I took Walt's body in his hat and put Adrian's face in it, and y'all probably didn't even recognize the difference. Can we say twins, bitch? Okay.
Since I'm dealing with Christian people, the one that's nutso, the one that's the crazy one, did what was right in my eyes and God's eyes. I did my sister part, whether you like me or not. And guess what? The whole world saw it too. So shout out to the cut-ups, okay, baby? The real ones. Shout out to y'all, honey. Because I noticed some of y'all was going over there and telling him, okay, who was there at the end of the damn day. Irregardless of who he grew up with. Irregardless of all of that. It's about who was there. It was about the action. And y'all was right there. So guess what? That made me feel good right there, honey. Okay, I have to say that. I did what I was supposed to do. And you know what? Like I just said, what made me feel even better about it, honey, you didn't grow up with me.
So keep in mind, really and truly, besides the bloodline, they're strangers. So apparently, Walt says some things that kind of stuck to Adrienne. Even though she said she let go, you know, she said she's not going to address him. She still loves him as her bloodline brother, but she doesn't desire to talk to him.
Okay. It would seem like the sister that you grew up with, okay, that you got the same mama by, will be the one that will ride till the wheels fell off for your ass. Seem that way? Because I'm being real honest with y'all. My brother Reginald, my brother by my mama, I will ride till the motherfucking wheels fell off in this world, the next one, and the next one. For that nigga, you best believe it. And y'all, just like me and Walt and my family, me and Reginald, we've had a very rocky relationship as well. Let me put that out there because y'all don't know much about him. Y'all don't know much about Reginald. I don't talk about him that much. But I can tell y'all that we've had a very rocky relationship too. Okay, he's a very strong, it's almost an understatement. Passed away. My Uncle Michael, for the ones that remember now, I know that's been some years back, but my cut-ups, I know I got some cut-ups that go that far back with me. That remember, I ride for motherfuckers that I love, just period, till it's no more breath. Okay? I ride for real, honey, not for fake. So my type of love, baby, if you reject it, it's your fucking loss. Okay? Because my love is like no other. And at the end of the day, as long as I know that, that's what matters.
There you have it. Okay. So it's basically what she had said on the phone, you know. Now I mentioned that I asked Adrienne, did she know what the Illuminati was? She said no. So then I explained. And she said, oh, yeah, I wouldn't put it past nobody. Okay. She didn't get too deep. Adrienne is very clever. You know, I realized through that conversation that Adrienne is not the dummy. Okay. I feel like she knew what to respond to and how to respond to it. But I do feel like she meant every word she said, because even if you go back to the videos where she was, you know, blasting them and exposing them or addressing them, she still said the same thing. I love you, but I'm going to give it to you. Okay. She still says that to this day. She says she has no malice, ill intent in her heart for anybody, not even the two that were running around this YouTube. Okay. Still slandering her name. She said she wishes him the best along with her family. She said that, you know, once again, B-Love needs to take some of that money and go purchase her line because the swoop ain't working. Okay. And she also says that she's being followed. She said, but no matter how much anybody tries to destroy her, she says that she will proceed. Now, here's the kicker. As we were on the phone, right? I said, Adrienne, well, there was a time where I would get in that earth, right? But she said, how you did it was different. Okay. Now, I'm not one to boast and brag, but it sure felt good to get that acknowledgement. I told Adrienne, okay, that I had to sit back and look at myself, unlike these other ones, and think about how hard that I could have went or did go at times. And we ain't gonna play like Adrienne never did clap back. Of course she did, a few times. She still has my picture on her big channel to this day. Okay. So for those that are saying she never addressed me, you're a liar. Okay. But you can't help what you can help. You can't help it. If it is what it is, then it is what it is. And so all of this jealousy is BS, especially when the same ones that's running their mouth have talked to Adrienne on a regular basis behind the phone. Okay. I've only talked to Adrienne in a whole conversation one time. Now let's talk about how Adrienne is not a charity case. I said, Adrienne, don't you know you've got enough supporters and people that have been following you and watch you grind all this time where you can go live and they will send you cash apps? I said, why don't you start putting your cash app in your description and they will cash app you if they support you? Okay. She said, you know why, Loca? Because I'm blessed. No matter what they have to say, these people don't know me. She said, yeah, I'm open with my life because I was born for this. She said, I'm not ashamed of nothing I've been through. She said, but I don't have to put my cash app. I just don't want to do it that way. And no, I don't want nothing from you. The past is the past. And I put that on everything I love. Okay. Right when Adrienne was telling me, she said, Loca, all they have to do is keep watching. She said, I love to hear them lie and speculate on my life and my name. She said, I got something in store. She said, you think I would be sitting around without a plan? How did I make it this far? I said, do you have any intent of going back home? She said, hell no. I'm not going back home except for to visit because I'm always going to go visit my family. I love my family. I love the ones that love me back. So yes, soon and very soon, I will make often trips back and forth to Milwaukee to visit my loved ones, especially Raynette, my cousins, nieces, and nephews, and my mama, But she said, as far as living, no. Now, what people don't know is Adrienne is not, and I repeat, because I heard it with my own 2 ears. Adrienne is not living in a hotel. I mentioned to y'all before I released this conversation that Adrienne has a new love interest. And believe it or not, while me and Adrienne was on the phone, that love interest had something to say. So while Adrienne was talking to me, I heard a voice, a man with a deep voice. He didn't sound white at all. Now, am I positive? I'm not, because I don't have a picture. We didn't video call. She didn't video call me. Okay. But he sounded to be like a black man. But he came up to Adrienne. He said, you okay? She said, yeah, I'm fine. He said, have you eaten this morning? Let me go get you some breakfast. I just want to make sure you comfortable. Ooh, bitch, hammer down. I said, what? And it sounded like they gave each other a little huggy and a little kissy. Okay. Adrienne has been embraced by somebody that wants her around them. Now, I'm not here to say what the future holds or how long that will last, but I heard it with my own 2 ears. Adrienne is now making big plans with somebody that is stable and insured, quote unquote, enough to do what it do. Okay. And so Adrienne said, for those that are concerned about her well-being and keep wishing bad and wishing on her a downfall, she said, keep watching. And then the man in the back said, keep watching. So apparently, this man is going to use some of his credentials to secure them. Okay. And keep in mind, there's a lot of lies going on. The last video that Adreinne did was not in a hotel. These bitches are dumb. Okay. No, Adreinne actually wakes up to an ocean view. That has been proven. Okay. So if it's in, now how do I feel about that? If it's in her destiny to be happy, then that's what it's going to be. I'm not into kicking people when I'm unsure about their status. Okay. Unless you give me a reason not to believe you, then what you say is your business. And so I'm not going to lie. I was a little tickled to hear that, she wasn't lying about this mystery man. So I asked Adreinne as I kind of gave her, oh, okay, I hear you. All right, Mr. Lover Man. Okay. I said, are you ever going to show him on your channel? She said, in due time. I said, all right. Okay. So, for anybody that wanted to know about that one conversation that me and Adreinne had, that was it. And whether people want to accept it or not, Adreinne is doing fine. I heard car bells. She still has her car. She turns the key to an actual oceanfront apartment or condo, not a motel. Okay? She's not accepting charity at this moment. Adreinne says if you want to give to her, subscribe to the Patreon channel. All right? Shout out to all my super litty members, okay? Don't believe the hype. The same way they go around lying on me, they don't stop. There are people that do wish bad on you and enjoy seeing you struggle. They can't wait to see you trip and fall because they trip and fell and never got up. Right? Now, for future reference, I want to clarify some things. I'm actually tickled that Adreinne and I have an understanding. Okay? Adreinne never got into her deepest, darkest secrets, just like I would never get into my deepest, darkest secrets. I think there's a mutual distrust there between me and Adreinne, just to be blatantly honest. But we understand each other enough to keep it real at all times. We made no plans to discuss any more personal business in the future. What was. The conversation is done. I respect what Adreinne is trying to accomplish, and I have nothing negative to say about her. I'm also not responsible for her actions. I couldn't tell you why Adreinne responded the way that she did to other content creators that were, speaking on her. That ain't none of my business, and I can't be blamed for that. She feels how she feels. She responded how she responded. The same way I couldn't control her coming up in my chat is the same way I couldn't control her coming up in your chat. People just have to learn how to accept the truth. I can't be blamed for everybody's actions. As I mentioned, there's no paying going on. There's no planning or plotting going on. So I guess the entire time that Adrienne's been out here expressing herself, Loca has something to do with it. Make it make sense. Except the fact that you got rejected. That's not my problem. Hammer down. Anyway, for those that are waiting for Adrienne and I to fall out, what's understood does not need to be explained. And one thing I know that Adrienne and I have is an understanding. Okay? I'm not them, and they are not me. I will continue to do my commentary when necessary, and I'm not worried about falling out with anybody that I never was close to. I respected our conversation for what it was. God works in mysterious ways. Shout out to all my super ladies that attended this session of Mucker Banger Media, reviews, reactions, and the reality of it all. I want to shout out my mama Debbie for always supporting, coming through with the come through. Thanks for making it rain down on Liddy City, Mama Debbie. I appreciate you. I do. Let me make sure I don't have any other gestures to mention. All right, y'all. I'm going to try to come out with a spiritual Sunday. Hopefully, all my true supporters will be around, okay? Enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday, y'all. And until next time. Much love, y'all.
I feel super high.